Today's podcast is brought to you by Howler Head Whiskey. You can check them out at howlerhead.com, a handcrafted, award-winning, 80-proof Kentucky straight bourbon. And listen, damn it, it's got the flavors of banana. You like MMA, you like Dana White, you like the UFC. Let's support them, baby. Get the bourbon, get the Howler Head Whiskey, the only whiskey you will find at Fury Fighting Championships. HowlerHeadWhiskey.com, howlerhead.com.
And now, Houston, Texas, make some noise because the time for talk is over. It's time to unleash the Fury.
Look at that! I got the El Jefe bartender.
Look at that fizz. You see that fizz?
Ooh. Wait, did you say fizz or jizz?
No, Diego was thinking jizz.
Oh,
I said fizz.
All right.
Here, Diego.
That took all of 2 seconds.
tell us what you're mixing up over here.
A little Pellegrino limonada.
All right.
A little live oak vodka.
All right.
A little Mexican Topo Chico.
Oh. Does it gotta be the Mexican Topo Chico?
It's gotta be the Mexican.
Is there
bro.
any other kind?
This is the white people.
Puerto Rican Topo Chico?
And this is the
there,
Mexican.
like other flavors?
Right?
Yeah, right.
Come on. Pellegrino.
I have been where you've been out of the country and you'll drink something that you're expecting the flavor you get back home, and then you're in another country and you're
Just
like,
hit it with a little splash of Sprite.
This does not taste the way I thought.
Yeah, because it doesn't have all the poisonous chemicals that replace, the real stuff.
I know when I was in like Bulgaria or Germany, the cereal boxes are different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they'll have a cereal and they'll put like a grade on it basically, and they're like, you get Lucky Charms and they're like, F, this is garbage. And then right next to it they'll have like Dave's Charms, and it has like no
B.
Yeah, it's got a B plus on it, but you read
yours.
it and there's like no sugar or anything in it, and you tasting like this is cardboard.
Yeah.
That's what I'm eating right now.
Give me my chemical shitstorm Lucky Charms.
Hey, have y'all seen there's a TikTok trend going around where you can
I have not seen it.
You can take
Do I need to get a TikTok?
yeah.
Should I be on TikTok? Are you on TikTok?
No.
Then I probably don't want it.
TikTok's
either.
hilarious.
No thanks.
And the problem is I already got too many different shit to keep up with. Instagram and Facebook is enough.
It really is.
Man.
TikTok's hilarious.
Twitter, I don't.
You can go down a
play
rabbit
with.
hole.
Twitter, I've got the Twitter too. I check
play
that
with Twitter?
periodically. Yeah, I mean,
I wish
I'm
I did more
I'm
with
not
Twitter.
as active on there, but
You don't need to have an account to have TikTok. You just can download it.
That's
and
called
you
being a pervert. You're just
okay.
creeping.
Here's
Well,
creeper,
my little
man.
brother sends me shit all the time, and I look at it and I'm like, I don't really have TikTok, but it'll let you just open it up and watch the shit.
yeah.
real
Whenever
quick.
Rich sends links, I can still watch.
Yeah,
it.
that dumb shit that Rich
It's
says.
hilarious, man.
Yeah, Rich does send cream of the crop. He doesn't send just random bullshit.
Hey, so this is weird. We're like in the middle of some off time.
Yeah, what are we even
good.
doing?
Off time as far as like having a Saturday and Sunday booked. Like we still have shit to do. Like, we're still making cards and calls. I was on calls yesterday. Yeah. So it's weird in that this doesn't happen very often. Like back-to-back weekends that we have off. So it's kind of been nice. But also, I miss like.
Yeah, I'm ready to see some guys get punched in the face.
Every time I'm off, and that's what tells me, man, am I ever gonna be able to retire? I don't see it. I just don't see
Probably
it.
not.
I'm sorry, all y'all other promoters. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm never going anywhere.
I have to do something.
I'm never going anywhere. I know y'all are wishing me out of here. Y'all want me gone.
2036, he's going to introduce Fury's lingerie slapboxing.
I'm not going nowhere,
The
man.
Fury Pillow Fight League.
I'm not going anywhere.
Wheelchair roller derby.
When I was thinking
in.
about it the other day, when we finish this next UFC Fight Pass deal,
Yeah.
I'll have been doing this for 20 years.
Damn.
20 years, 2 decades of promoting fights.
Damn.
Damn, son.
Yeah, that's
He
a
started
lot,
when he was
bro.
like 15.
Yeah, you can tell you can tell from the hair. He's getting frazzled.
You see that, Gray? You see that shit?
Yeah,
Look at his.
He's still looking pretty fresh. Still pretty fresh, man.
Went straight to a European club there for a second.
I know, what was that? That comes with old age? I mean, I'm knocking on 43 years old.
You look good for 43, man.
Yeah,
You look
you
good.
I'm knocking on 40.
Diego, how old are you now? Diego, 57?
48.
Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
where you at, Wayne?
divulge my real age on air.
In this circle jerk of life.
No, just made 48, man.
48.
Damn, Wayne, really? Was it 48?
Yeah.
Bro, you look good, man.
Yeah, thanks, y'all. Thanks.
Damn, Wayne.
Damn, Wayne.
You know,
No, damn.
it's all that
So
stuff.
y'all-
You know.
Man, yeah, well, one of y'all have lived rough. Diego's seen some shit. You know?
Hey, cheers to 48 for Wayne, man.
Hey, man,
It was last
appreciate
week, right?
Yeah.
Happy
Cheers,
week
y'all.
after your birthday, man.
Sell my soul.
Dude, I'm the worst at telling people like happy birthday, because I'm really bad about it. Like my brother will actually like text me the day of like family member's birthday. Hey, it's your mom's
Don't
birthday.
forget it's your mom's birthday.
It's your sister's birthday. Hey, it's. I'm like, oh my bad. Dude. Like,
Show him that birthday gift I got you, Wayne.
Hold on.
See that?
There you
Look
go.
at this shit.
Boom.
the Trumpito action.
Show the
Yeah.
camera.
Donald Trump bottle opener.
Don't get
like
no
it.
better than that.
No thanks.
Has it got a magnet on the back?
Yeah.
Yeah,
put
so you
that
stick
shit
it on your refrigerator
fridge,
there.
Yeah.
Handy. You got yours lined up right there on the
Right
fridge.
there on the fridge, bro.
Eric's trying to get me kicked out of my own house, putting Donald Trump on my refrigerator.
Is it? Are you,
Will I need to say something?
No.
are you guys
I
a house?
kid.
Are y'all
I
a
kid.
house divided?
No,
Hey,
no.
my grandma will come over and be like, "What is this?"
We're on page for the most part. We're definitely not lefties. I'll put it like that, and then I'll leave it at that.
That's
Without
it,
getting
man.
too political.
I don't talk politics.
Yeah. I mean, I will, but out of respect for you and your wishes, we won't go there.
We'll piss a lot of people off.
Diego immediately cuts all the mics.
Cut the wires.
Everything stopped working, man. Hey, coming up, we've got. Did you watch UFC Atlantic City this past weekend?
I watched a few of the fights.
I watched some of them.
I was out of town.
Yeah, it wasn't a card that I had a lot of interest in. I did want to see Blanchfield and I say her name, Maru, the main event, but it really wasn't that exciting. Like it wasn't exciting. Like our 25 females, I think, are super exciting.
Oh,
so
yeah, definitely.
I was looking for a little bit more action, but it was a very smart fight. Did you see the Chris Weidman fight?
No, I heard it was a little controversial with eye pokes and
My
stuff,
man,
right?
my man won by an eye poke combo.
All right, yeah.
So
There you go.
So when you slow it down, and he'd already poked the guy. Like
I saw the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the pictures.
There's already been two eye pokes already of bleeding to that.
Hey,
And
so I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, so as he's coming in and Chris is working his defense, he hits him with basically a jab eye poke, like John Jones style eye poke.
The Ric Flair.
The right hand then frames. You know how you'll frame sometimes if somebody's coming in and he gets the thumb on their other side.
That dude's blind.
And then throws a hook behind it
man.
that doesn't really land.
Ding,
but the
ding.
guy drops to the ground, and the ref is like, "Oh, TKO, TKO!"
Oh my God.
They stopped it?
Yeah, they stopped it.
Holy shit.
And then
Wow.
they went back and they didn't change. They have a replay. Like you can clearly see that it wasn't a punch that dropped him, but they still gave Chris Weidman the victory.
This is like baseball replay. Like, oh, there's not enough evidence to overturn the TKO.
You know, I'm not exactly sure like what it was. I'll be honest. Like in
I'm
the
definitely.
It sounds like it was a
Which one?
pretty flagrant,
Yeah.
pretty blatant eye poke.
That's this weekend.
yeah, that's when I got pulled up for later. It was a super blatant eye poke. It's hard to say blatant sometimes because in that moment, it really is kind of hard to keep your fingers like closed, and especially in those types of gloves. When you look at the UFC's gloves, they're very rigid gloves, so your hands almost are forced open. You have to force them closed.
That's what I was going to ask about. Like, there's other organizations that have like a curve to their glove.
Yeah.
And you see outcries from people online. Why doesn't the UFC go with like that style of glove? I would imagine that would hinder like your grappling capability. Things of that nature. But
I am sure. Well, actually the roundedness helps your grappling, because for grappling you're trying to close your hand and get a
so
grip.
then what's the case? I guess what's the case
Well,
against?
ours are not curved either.
I don't know what it is. Like there's smarter people than us somewhere in the UFC's world of why they do what they do.
Right.
Clearly.
That's why I don't ever argue their shit.
Yeah, now.
I don't ever argue against them.
But is there I mean, Joe Rogan talks about it all the time. Like there's better design.
Yeah, he
gloves
does.
out there.
Yeah. So I mean,
Trevor
Joe
Whit-
Rogan, man, I respect his opinion as much as anybody.
Yeah, Trevor
He knows what the
Whitman
fuck he's talking about.
has his brand. I want to say it's called Onyx. I can't remember the exact name of it. I could be wrong with that. He makes some amazing gloves, but he also makes these curved MMA style gloves that make your hand kind of sit like this, so you're already starting to make a fist. And then for grappling, you don't want your hands out. You don't want to force your hands closed. You want to be able to close your hand to be able to grab. So
I guess my line of thinking was maybe it's like freedom of movement, or something. If you have the curved gloves, you can't, open as much.
By the
or
time
something.
you wrap your hands and you put them inside that glove, if the glove is hard to move, and so I see a lot of guys try to break in gloves before a fight, especially if they get handed some new ones. You're trying to break them in so that you can get that movement back, and now you've got this padding around your hand, and it can be hard to get a grip.
What are your thoughts on not having a wrap hands?
I'm not opposed to it. A lot of guys didn't do it coming up. A lot of guys that I trained with and started with didn't want their hands wrapped. And I've seen a few guys in the last few years as well. A few that fought for us. Now the names are escaping me right now, but they'll put whatever the bare limit is. If that means they just need one time around the hand, they'll take that. Whatever the bare minimum is. So I always like a light wrap because I like being able to grab. What about you? Do you ever go non-wrapped with your hands?
Always wrapped up. I'm more worried about breaking my hand.
Yeah. It's funny. Everybody's different. Every punching style's different. We're lucky. We've got some amazing cutmen who also wrap the hands before the show.
Shout out Lencho.
Yeah, shout out Lencho. Mitman Joe. They're the guys who helped them escape me their names, but I know there's a couple guys there consistently. They're helping them as well, and it takes a lot. Like you gotta. That's one thing you don't really practice at your gym. You don't really practice with your hands wrapped like they are for a fight. So the first time you get them wrapped for a fight, it's different because it's different than just putting some hand wraps on.
Right.
It is a different feeling. We're actually going to have a seminar with Mitman Joe at my gym. I want to say, it might be this weekend. It might be the next weekend for the 14th. We're going to have a seminar with Mitman Joe for wrapping hands.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, coming out and he's going to wrap, and I'll put some information up for that on Instagram.
You're inviting all the coaches who like to hand wrap out there, right?
Yeah, come on out, man. Come on, and as a coach, you should know how to wrap hands. Like you should at least know how to wrap your fighters' hands.
A bunch of YouTube videos on that too.
There's a ton. There's some really good ones from like Stitch Duran out there. Like you can see some cool videos on how to wrap hands. It's crazy how much information can be found on just one website nowadays. Like you go to YouTube and you can literally learn. You can do anything.
Yeah, brain surgery.
Well,
I don't know about that.
That's a little aggressive.
I'm just
a little
joking.
aggressive. A UFC Vegas 90 friend of the show, Brendan Allen, taking on Chris Curtis, #2 this time. These guys have already fought one time. Chris Curtis taking this fight on late notice. Brendan Allen is kind of the dark horse in that 185 title talk now.
Brendan Allen's a savage.
He is, man. And he's another guy who came up with the original legacy and was always this guy who, early in his career, he seemed to have a hard time in some of those like big moments, and not even they had a hard time. He would get there, and it just didn't work out. Like he fought Eric Anders, a super close decision. That was for the first LFA 185 championship.
He fought Trevin Giles, didn't he?
He fought Trevin Giles, and he was winning that fight versus Trevin. Like you go back and look at it, he won the first round. Why is that fight not listed?
A lot of these are in Louisiana, huh?
Yeah, he fought a lot on the Lake Charles show, especially in the beginning with WFC. He was fighting for, but I don't see the Trevin Giles fight. Isn't that weird? I remember it. I was pretty sure I was there. Oh, geez, that's way down there. Yeah, that was Legacy 52. That's right. So he won that first round versus Trevin, and then came back, and Trevin did a great job, finishing that fight. But man, he fought. This guy's fought everybody. He fought John Kirk.
I'm looking at that right now, John Kirk. I see on there.
And then he finally gets his shot after defending. He won the middleweight championship for LFA. I don't remember how he lost it. I want to say he lost it. Yeah, Anthony Hernandez is also in the UFC. And then he went on another run, got the title back, and since then it's been killing him. He's beat Kevin Holland, Kyle Dukakis. He's beat Carl Roberson, Sam Alvey, Bruno Sevilla.
Didn't he fight Dricus?
Did he fight Dracus Duplessis?
Yeah, I thought he did.
I don't
Early
think
in
he
his
has.
I
career,
don't
right?
see him on there.
No.
No, he fought Kyle Dukakis, which kind of sounds a lot like Dricus Duplessis. I don't think he didn't fight Dricus Duplessis.
He fought C.J.
He
Hancock.
fought Sean
Oh, he
Strickland.
fought Strickland. That's what I was thinking about.
He did fight C.J. Hancock early in his career.
He fought Cock.
He fought Cock all day. Brendan Allen loves to fight Cock. If you guys don't know, shout out to Brendan Allen and his cockfighting skills.
Oh man, poor guy. I hope he doesn't listen to this podcast.
I need that part pulled out so I
He
can.
already fought Chris Curtis, huh?
Yeah, he already fought Chris Curtis one time. He lost to Chris Curtis, and now he's taking this fight on short notice. But
Fought Adesanya right here.
this is a much different Brendan Allen than just 2 years ago.
Yeah, his hair's longer.
Kamaru Usman.
He's on a
He fought Usman.
6-fight win streak.
Just start making up bullshit now.
Jesus Christ. 6-fight win streak with 3
Mike Tyson.
performance of the night bonuses as well during this streak.
Good old Brendan.
But hey, man, Chris Curtis is no joke. Chris Curtis is nasty. Chris Curtis, he almost signed to Fury Fighting
He
Championships.
did sign.
He was ready to go.
He
ready to-
signed, and then we had to release him then like 2 weeks later because he got called up. All it took was him to sign. the
Hey
Fury
man,
contract.
see, straight out of Fury.
Didn't even have to walk to the cage.
Was the
We
ink
put
even
him on
dry?
the alumni post.
We should, because he did sign it.
He did sign the contract. You're on file. Yeah,
Yeah.
put it up right now. Show everybody.
Hey, also on this card, we got Alexander Hernandez taking on Fortis' own Damon Jackson. And then another friend of the show, Chepe Mariscal, taking on Morgan Charest. And then we got Josh Van.
Boom, the fearless baby.
His fight's off.
Josh Van's fight is off.
Well,
Never
this
mind.
would be a quick conversation then.
Oh man.
Hey, call him up
That
and
was
let's
his-
ask him what
that
happened.
was his highest.
Alex Morono's on that card, isn't he?
That was his highest placement on the card. Yeah, man, we got to get down there, dog.
Come on, man.
But
Come on.
imagine that Van was placed ahead of Alex Morano and Court McGee on this card.
Yeah.
And I think that one, talks to the excitement level that he brings to fighting as well. But how cool is it, man? You're Alex Morano, and just 2 years ago, you're announcing fights for Josh Van, and now you guys were supposed to fight on the same card together.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
badass, man.
Like the rise of Josh Van. I understand he doesn't get the push in the pub of like a Bo Nickel because they don't have the same type of background.
Hey, he's 3-0 in the UFC.
But in that time frame, he has just as many UFC victories as Bo. And when you see him every time, he's placed higher and higher and higher on the card. Do you know why this fight was off?
I think his guy got injured.
Yeah.
Yeah. His opponent got injured.
That does take us to Court McGee taking on Alex Morano. Alex Morano once again drawing another solid veteran in Court MGee.
The great white Alex
gonna do
Morano.
some-
greatest-
Alex kind of a veteran too now.
He's the greatest white, yeah.
40
he
years
is.
old.
40.
He's not 40 years old.
He's like 32, 33, right?
He's got to be like 34.
He's
I
got to
would-
be pushing.
Let's see, how old is Alex Morano?
Well, you do that. I remember meeting McGee at that 2009 UFC Fan Expo in Houston.
Court McGee?
Yeah.
Did you say Mike McGee?
Court McGee.
Court McGee.
I like you said Mike McGee.
Well, I have a BFF in high school with Mike McGee. He was
Is
a
it
good
Mr.
dude.
Magoo?
Mr. Magoo. Alex is 33 years old.
That's
Nailed
what I
it.
said.
He'll be-
32, 33.
He'll be-
He'll be 34 here in August. I mean, it's really cool to see this run that Alex is on as well, too. He's taking on, look at these names: Joaquin Buckley, Tim Means, Santiago Ponzinibbio.
Buckley just won this past weekend, right?
Buckley lost.
With Vincente.
Yeah, he lost.
I thought he TKO'd him.
Did he? Are you sure?
Come on.
He derailed
Come
Mickey
on.
Gall's UFC career.
Damn, he won.
Buckley TKO'd Luque.
Garbage. I mean, good fight for Buckley.
See that?
I had Luque picked when we did our show the other day.
Jeez. You know, another thing that went down this weekend was
Easter.
ADCC in Vegas, right? This past weekend.
The trials.
The trials. A lot of the guys that are on that 8-man tournament competed out there in the
Yeah.
same bracket.
Yeah.
In the same bracket. That Corbin kid who's competing, I think he got second.
Yeah. Well, didn't his brother
His
win?
brother got first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of brothers, you see the Tackett brothers?
Yes, I saw that too.
First brother duo to ever both win gold at trials.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And talk about like one had to beat J-Rod.
Yeah. Andrew beat him.
Yeah, and William had to beat was it
Taza.
Was it Oliver Taza? Yeah,
Taza. Another guy in the 8-man.
So the Tackett brothers used to compete on Sub Hunter, right?
Yeah.
Like early Sub Hunter days.
Yeah, back in the day.
When they were babies.
We should have a brother versus brother match. The Arandes and the Tacketts.
That'd be cool.
That'd be fun, right?
That'd be cool.
Brothers versus brothers.
I think the Tacketts are bigger than the Arandes.
Are they?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter
Doesn't
to the
matter.
Arandes.
The Arandes don't care.
Yeah.
They might care in jiu-jitsu. I don't know. They might.
Hey, Austin went in there with, Big Mother's Milk.
Oh yeah, he
Big
did.
damn on the soul. He don't care how big they are.
Yeah, he forward roll right into that
Golly.
Joker.
Mother's milk.
Hey, shout out to Big Dan, man. I saw him out there this weekend. I saw him. He made me order something on Amazon this week. So if you guys watch him on IG, he was running around and they were shocking each other. And he had this little pen.
I saw that.
You know what I'm talking about?
I saw that.
Dude, I messaged around and said, hey, what is that? And he told me, and I ordered it right there. And I ordered it.
So watch out if you're standing near Rich Burmaster of the show.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to shock the piss out of everybody here. Just to let y'all know.
Don't do that.
You're going to get it.
I'll die. I have a pacemaker.
That's cool. That's cool. I'll sit on the lowest one. I'll sit on
If
the
you
lowest
do
one.
that and I fall, I'll tell
Hey,
my family.
if
Y'all
I
hear this? Be my witness too.
If I shock you and I saw you fall and die, I would immediately turn, throw the pin to the crowd, whoever grabs it, and I would just walk off. And be like, no.
Rich would be like that guy that gets
If
caught full of hair in a
listen.
wrestling match. Like, whoa, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was
Diego
him.
dropped down and was dying
Yeah.
and stopped breathing, would you give him mouth to mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you give him ass to mouth?
No.
You wouldn't give him mouth to mouth if he went down?
I just open blow.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think
Diego, you can do it.
I think it's allowed that you don't have to give mouth to mouth anymore. Just compressions.
Yeah. Well,
you gotta get some oxygen in there.
Well, I don't know. We just redid the
You gotta get some air in there.
the CPR first aid.
Rich is over here trying to fart in people's mouths, man. Talking about ass to mouth.
We just
What the fuck, dude?
redid
know.
it. We just redid it like in the
fart
last
in
year,
people's mouth,
and they still taught the.
Well, the mouth.
So wait, ass to mouth. What are y'all doing? That's Diego's thing, man.
Hey, that's you, you human centipede. What the fuck? Where did that even come from, man? That's terrible.
Why has this got to be on me, Diego?
You said it.
Diego's the one laying on the ground, man.
Hey, you're right, Diego. This is all your fault, man.
It's all your
Damn
fault
it.
because you died.
Damn it, Diego.
You fake died.
Diego hit the ground and you
fake
got ass to mouth.
God damn, pal.
Just grab my phone though.
This
If I die,
hypothetical
grab my phone and
imaginary
throw it.
scenario brought to you by Live Oak Texas Vodka and Howler
Grab
Heavy
my
Whiskey.
phone and chunk it somewhere.
If Diego dies, nobody give his phone to his wife.
Nah, chunk it.
Yeah. It's going down the toilet. It's going down to the bayou behind Escapade.
Well,
It's getting buried. Yeah.
Technically,
we
she
got
can't
you.
get mad at you. You'll be dead.
Well,
Oh no, she'd get mad. She'd get
So
mad
what's
for
gonna
sure.
happen?
Still.
She's gonna slap you while you're in the casket.
She's gonna still throw the chancla at the open casket.
yeah, she'll
On
probably
funeral
slap me at the
day,
day of the dead.
He said, if I die, grab my phone and chunk it.
Yep, on Dia de los Muertos, Diego's picture's gonna get turned around.
That's why you shouldn't do
Diego's
anything.
picture's gonna have to face the
You
wall.
shouldn't do anything that you don't want anybody to find out about after you die.
That's why I don't do
know what I'm
anything.
saying?
I'm just joking.
Yeah,
That's why I don't
that's
do
why
it.
Diego's a saint.
Did you guys check out the Ronda Rousey this week? Talking about her
What's
concussions.
up with that?
No.
I saw that she was blaming the Holly Holm loss on a concussion. I guess she fell down the stairs or something.
It's.
And then she had a bad weight cut, so there wasn't enough
She
fluid
got the
around her brain to
hate
protect the
the
brain.
shit out of.
Yeah, I mean,
She said her
hey,
mouth guard was bad. Like she had a lot.
she blamed a lot of things.
a lot of
On the Holly Holm fight, huh?
Yeah.
It's weird to think though.
What
because
she didn't blame was that head kick from
head
Holly
kick.
Holmes.
She didn't.
That's the one that did it.
Usually, when you see people stack up like excuses like this, it happens pretty quickly after a fight.
Yeah, I mean, she waited a long
This is
time,
like
so I
7
guess
years later.
Right.
That's crazy.
And
she's cashing
bringing
out all the receipts, man. She's going in on WWE in her new book. Holly Holm now. I mean, I guess everybody's getting it.
The one thing I will look.
She saved it for the book.
None of us know. None of us know what's real. Could she win in there with a concussion? Sure. Very, very likely. Was she dehydrated from her weight cut? Of course she probably was. Did her mouthpiece not fit right? That's your fault. You know, but going up into that, what I did take from that article that she mentioned is that people talk about like she lost 2 times. And then everyone kind of forgot how great she was.
I know, yeah.
And everyone really kind of shit on her, which in turn shits on Holly Holmes. It's hard to shit on Amanda Nunes because she's clearly, was the greatest.
Goat.
Yeah, but
Who shits on Holly Holm?
well, because if you go back and you
Holly's
say
great.
if you say that Ronda Rousey sucked,
Oh.
So then who did Holly Holm really beat?
who
right?
did she beat? She
I
beat.
mean, look at all the people she fought prior.
I think.
And you can't really say Ronda Rousey sucked because she
No.
beat a lot of good
Yeah.
people, man. She she had a very limited skill set.
I was gonna
that
say she beat
used
a
to
lot of
do it,
girls that
but
didn't
she
know how to
armbarred
defend an
and broke
armbar.
many arms, man. Like that's a skill.
But she also beat a lot of girls at that time who knew how to defend that armbar. But they couldn't.
Well, that's what I'm
They-
saying.
they- it's kind of like
I mean, look at Misha.
twice.
And Misha put Holly to sleep.
Yep. Misha Tate.
Misha's good.
Betch Carrera. And then
Didn't that girl poop on herself?
I think she did. I think she did.
She pooped her pants. You remember that?
Olympic silver medalist Sarah McCann. She beat her. She beat Kat Zingano. I mean, so Ronda beat everybody who was put in front of her.
And she paved the way
Right.
for women's MMA. Dana said he would never have women's MMA in the
Ronda
UFC,
on and
and
changed
Ronda
everything.
Rousey paved that road.
She definitely doesn't get enough credit. It's weird to think that someone who was so big. I mean, remember they were talking about her fighting Mayweather. They were.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That was a thing.
Yeah, they were
that's
like,
right.
could Ronda knock out Mayweather?
No.
Maybe with like a bat.
You think she could sub him?
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
Depending
In a
on the
real
rule
fight.
set, right? I mean,
Yes.
You think she could get him to the ground and judo throw?
I
Yeah.
don't- If she
Yeah.
could close the distance.
If she
But
had to close the distance before he lit
her
her up.
hands were so bad that defensively she's going to eat some shots.
Who was that coach he had?
Oh,
That-
what was
he was like a Middle Eastern guy?
Yeah. Targusian.
He was, he had
Glendale
a-
Fighting Club.
Don't move your head.
Yeah.
Don't move your head.
Man.
Is that his striking defense?
What was his name? Edmund.
block with your face.
Edmund
Catch the fish
Tarverdian.
with your face.
Yeah, Edmund Tarverdian.
What happened to that dude? Who else has he coached? Yeah, that's him.
I don't think he's really coached anybody after that. I mean, because at one time he had Travis Brown and Ronda Rousey, but they were making fuck, so that made sense why they were together. Jake Ellenberger, who was a good fighter before he even got to Tarverdian, and then Edmund Shabazian was a kid who trained with him. Was one of like Ronda Rousey's first training partners when he was a teenager, and was really high ranked. But he's 13-4. He's still in the UFC, so it's kind of hard to say like he's not. He just won recently. He just won March of this year, knocked out AJ Johnson. But he's had run on some tough times recently. Tarverdian really hadn't put anybody out. Look, he was handed Ronda Rousey. He was handed a woman who
Why would she
already
go there?
knew how to work. It probably is right by her house. Who like knew how to work really, really
Right
hard.
by her house.
Glendale
So,
Fight Club or
Glendale.
something like that.
Yeah.
Glendale Fight Club.
I mean, she was a phenomenal judoka. You know, I mean,
She made tons of money. Why not fly in a good coach?
because it's hard to see that you don't have a good coach when you're
Yeah.
winning. When you're winning everything, you it's hard to say.
You're fiercely loyal
And
to
look-
the ones that take you to the dance.
Look,
I mean, there's
and let's think about this. We say he's not a good coach, but from March 2011 up and through August of 2015, Ronda Rousey went 12-0, defended the championship
He had her
1,
that
2,
whole time?
3, 4, 5, 6, defended the UFC championship 6 times, won the Elite XC championship, won the Strikeforce championship. I mean, not Elite, she just won Strikeforce and defended it. So in that time, she beat Misha Tate, Sarah Kaufman, Liz Carmouche, Misha Tate again, Sarah McCann, Alexa Davis, Kat Zingano, Betch Carrera. Was he a
TKO some of these girls.
yes? Was he a bad coach, or did he have a phenomenal
No, I didn't
student?
say he was a bad coach.
I think he was a bad coach. Yeah.
She just didn't learn right how to strike.
yeah.
She just didn't learn how to strike.
You know, you have to
correctly,
like.
I guess. I don't know.
You have to. You can't become too much of a one-trick pony,
Right.
because eventually, unless you're Dan Henderson,
What did everybody worry about with Ronda? The armbar.
Yeah, that armbar, man.
Well, think about
Judo
what
throw.
everybody worry about Dan Henderson,
Armbar.
just the overhand right. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all he would throw, but he kept hitting it, and she kept
Armbar.
hitting his armbar. I mean, her first how crazy is it? Like when you go back, her first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fights in a row, she wins by armbar. Nobody gets out of the first round. That's
Was it Leomano Martinez
insane.
doing that as an amateur?
No, that was Humberto De Leon.
Or Humberto De Leon?
Humberto De Leon.
Winning
damn, that was
always
old,
armbar.
old day. Yeah, Humberto De Leon had some crazy record of like 20-something amateur MMA fights. And I want to say it was Legacy, it was Lone Star Beatdown. Yeah, he won his 18th fight by armbar victory. Like he had 18 armbar submissions by the time. I remember Colin announcing something along those lines. I wonder if I can pull up Humberto De Leon. Let's see if he'll pull up. He fought Chad Robichaux in Strikeforce.
Yeah.
How crazy is this? Like, this amateur records are insane. So, yeah, they don't even have all of them here. They go back just a few years of 2008, and they're just very, very limited.
Who was the first amateur promotion he fought?
It says Ring Rulers. Remember them?
No.
Yeah. They were
Ring Rulers.
out of Louisiana. Where is this? They were out of Louisiana, but I've seen them like, yeah, right here. Bossier City, Arkansas. They go to Arkansas, Leesville, Oklahoma.
Whatever happened to Chris Reed's partners?
I don't know.
Who was the other guy that he was with? Scott Dawson.
Scott Dawson. Yeah, I don't know. I think after that was IXFA.
Yeah.
I think after.
Chris passed.
Well, I don't think they were doing any shows anymore, even before Chris passed.
Because he was just reffing.
Yeah.
Judge.
Remember they brought out Chuck Liddell to do a meet and greet out there
In Louisiana.
In Louisiana, yeah. And then you really didn't hear much about IXFA off of that. But to be fair, too, IXFA was coming up during the time that Legacy was just fucking crushing everything, or everything in the area that was a pro. And Mick tried to work with people. Mick wasn't like, purposely shutting them down, but they were in Beaumont quite often. Weren't they at that Ford Center in Beaumont? Yeah.
Because then there was Texas Rage in the Cage back then too. Remember?
Yeah.
They always used to be in Beaumont.
Yeah.
Good time.
It's hard, man. It's hard to keep a promotion for any length of time, let alone. I mean, look how long you've been doing it now. Like we were just talking about when we get to the end of this next deal with Fight Pass, if it ever ends. I mean, we probably just keep signing extensions. But
right. But I was saying when we renew.
20 years.
20 years.
20 years. It's a long time, man.
Yeah, it's a long ass time. Good time.
What's the secret to your longevity?
I don't know. Just learn how to take bullshit.
There you go.
Be patient.
You can let it be on the floor. It's fine.
Yeah, be patient. And try and have as deep as pockets starting as you can. You want to know how to make $1 million in promoting?
Start with 2.
Start with $2 million. Yeah, that's how you do it. You want to make $1 million being a promoter? You better have $2 million when you start.
Hey, check this out. This is kind of fun. This was the last IXFA show. Daniel Jolly versus Josh Foster, Marcus Andruzia, and Antonio Flores.
The Wolverine, Justin
Reisberg, Jacob Capelli, Colin Wright won on that one. Gilbert Jimenez, Joel Scott, Jason Sullivan.
That was at what venue? Verizon?
That was
Killer B Win
that was at the
on
Delta
there.
Downs racetrack. Yeah, B Win was on that fight. CJ Hancock was on that card. Yeah, man. IXFA.
Only 10 fights, huh?
I went to one of the IXFA.
I went to the one that Andrew Craig fought John Kirk on. At the Verizon.
Yeah, IXFA was something fun for a little bit.
Very fun.
And they had come back because 2006, 2007, 2008 there was IXFA. Tim Crater, I just saw he headlined one of their cards, and then Scott and Chris brought it back.
Tim Crater?
It was like 07.
Okay.
2007 there's IXFA 2.
Wow.
And then they took a break. They were doing like they won 2 shows in 2010, 1 in 2009, 2 in 2011, and then IXFA 8, as I want to say when Chris started. Yeah, Chris Reed fought on that card actually.
Vinton, Louisiana.
Yeah, that's right. Rakeem Cleveland, Justin Leday, Stephanie Alba, Josh Quayhagen. Oh man, some of these names on here is awesome to see. And then they brought all these guys back, man. This is when Chris was involved in it. Here it was Jonathan Harris, Ray Trujillo, Cody Williams, Edgar Verdon. Remember Edgar Verdon?
What happened to that dude?
I don't know. That dude had power in his hands.
What happened to Ray Trujillo?
He's still fighting.
It's in Louisiana, huh?
I'm sure. Let's see. What's Ray's record now? He's 27-40.
Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of fights, dude.
He's got 67 fights, bro.
Jesus.
Oh, he was like closer to 500 whenever he was fighting for us earlier.
27-40?
Wow.
27-40.
He's lost his last 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Who did he beat? Jacob Small?
He beat Jacob Small.
What was Jacob Small's record?
It was 1-2.
Versus what?
25-36.
What the fuck is that?
Hey kid, we got a great opportunity for you.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know why.
Who approved that?
Who said yes as the coach?
Was it in
That's what I'm
Louisiana?
saying, like-
Was it in Louisiana?
Oh, yeah, it was in Louisiana.
Okay,
for sure.
yeah.
When you go-
our good buddy, we know him, we love him, but he don't give a fuck. So, they want to fight, let him go.
1-2 versus 26 and something?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man. There was a time right around here. Yeah, Legacy. 2010. He had beat in a row. He beat Jesus Rivera, Lane Yarbrough, Shai Bonus, and Warren Stewart. Like, he had put together these crazy wins.
What was his record when that run ended?
27-30.
He was 6-1 heading in to fight Daniel Pineda.
Yeah. That's when he could have had a chance.
Right.
Yeah.
How about
And
this?
then
Daniel
it took-
Pineda, even then, so this is how crazy Daniel fucking Pineda is. He was 10-7. This was all the way back in 2010, and you never would have thought Daniel Pineda was going to get a chance to go to the UFC. He was 10-7. He wins this fight. He goes to 11-7.
But Daniel never had an amateur fight, ever.
Never.
Straight pro.
Never.
There was really no amateur shit. It was just, let's fight pro.
There was a handful of them.
So Ray fought pro, right?
Yeah, Ray had 4 amateur fights.
I mean, what were he for? Who?
USA MMA and
all
then
Louisiana.
Texas Regionals, where it says usually these Texas Regionals, like Nick Felder. I'm pretty sure that was Lone Star Beatdown. I'm pretty sure.
What year was that?
2009.
that's probably-
That's right in that time frame. And then Ray just like kind of really bounced back and forth between the win streaks. He'd win 3, he'd lose 3, he'd win 2, he'd lose 2, he'd win 4, he'd lose 5.
That was his biggest losing streak right there, huh?
No.
Oh,
Right.
shit.
Yeah. From 2018 through right here through 2022.
He never won a fight.
Nah, he lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 fights.
Wow.
But in those 16 fights, he was fighting
Hey, Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald. He was fighting Levi.
What a
Still
full
an OG,
belief.
man. We'll give
No,
it to
he's-
Ray.
I mean, listen, the guys.
Ray,
Hey,
he
was,
put on some exciting
He was
fights at the beginning,
instrumental
man.
in the early days
I'll
of Fury,
never
man.
forget the flying kick that hit Lane
dude.
Yarbrough in the
Took
chest.
him off his feet.
And took him off his feet.
Dude, what about
Like, that was...
What about we talk about, like, you know, this rough run he was on. Listen to the names he fought. Levi Mouse, probably the best 135 ever.
Because Ray was the guy who would fight whoever he put
He
in front
fought
of him, bro.
Levi Mouse, Colin Wright, Juan Gonzalez, Daniel Pineda again, Kyle Driscoll, who is still a monster, Jesse Butler in the UFC, Brandon Davis went to the UFC, Tyreek Malvu, Jason Knight went to the UFC, Elliot Hebert, like, he was Junior Maranhao right outside, like, he was fighting some dogs, man. And yeah, he's that's an OG right there, and that's one of those guys. He's 42 years old, and I guarantee he just fought in March of this year.
Yeah.
Man, I couldn't see myself fighting still. It's different.
I think
just
sometimes
Some guys have it in them that they want to do that forever, and I just don't.
it could be too. Sometimes it's unfortunate, but that's the way they know to make some cash.
I enjoy
Quick cash.
I enjoy now just helping guys get there. Like, that's what I want to do.
What do you think Ray Trujillo's favorite Eric Clapton song would be?
Eric Clapton with cream, or just Eric Clapton?
Just Eric Clapton.
Just Eric Clapton.
Either one.
Tell me, is it
She don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie.
cocaine?
There you go.
Yeah, that's true. That's a true statement.
God damn, you guys need some more Live Oak Texas vodka or Howlerhead whiskey. This is going to be like a snooze fest, man. Wake up, guys.
Yeah, you know, he's one of those guys who came from that era who was just a little too soon. You know, it was hard for those guys then, man. 08, 09, 2010.
There was no direct path.
There was no direct path. And again, I use a guy like Daniel Pineda as a good example because, again, Pineda was 10-7 in 2000. He already had 17 fights.
As a pro.
I got to go so far back. In 2010, he already had 17 fights. Now, he's 28-15 and in the UFC, still 38 years old.
But he's exciting. And they look for excitement. And when you get in there and Daniel Pineda's fighting, you know there's going to be a finish, either him or them.
Yeah, I think he has still never...
He's went to the scorecards one time.
Yeah, well, he's never won a decision. He's never won a decision. He's got a bunch of splits, but all of his wins, all 28 are finishes. That's him getting after it, you know, pushing the pace. And at 38 years old, he's still a monster.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't fuck with him. You bring him to Fury.
Who do you?
What prospect you want him to beat?
There is a name I would like to see him fight.
In Fury?
Yeah.
Who?
Nate Richardson.
Okay, well let's see what Aswell does with him first.
Because the reason I say this is Nate is phenomenal, and he is just as much as Aswell is phenomenal. He's also a guy who may be right outside of what is going to get him to the UFC. Like he's on that.
Let's talk about that card.
He's on the edge of it right there. But when we talk about a guy who for whatever reason, when it's time to step up and he's got to fight the big name, whether it's a Diego Lopes or whoever it is, like Nate performs. Like,
so this is Fury FC 89.
Yeah.
April 21st, Houston. Main event is Michael Aswell Jr. and Nate Richardson.
Yeah, Michael Aswell taking on Nate Richardson for the 145 title. 8-1, taking on 11-4.
Yeah, and Michael Aswell Jr. is a dog.
Yeah, he is.
He is a dog. Nate's a dog too, but Michael Aswell Jr. has a different dog in him.
This new Aswell that we've seen over the last few fights,
dude,
where he already had the pressure, but now he's hurting people.
I would have loved to see the Aswell Yadier fight go 5 rounds. You know, because Yadier's a dog too.
Yeah.
The dude's a stud. You know, how does that fight play out if we get those 2 extra rounds? We didn't get the 2 extra rounds. They both knew it was a 3-round fight.
Yeah, man.
You know, and Yadier did what he had to do to get the dub, but
I don't know. Like, you know, looking at that, I think the later a fight goes, the more it plays.
Aswell.
Yeah, it benefits Aswell. You know, if Nate Richardson is now, we say the later the fight goes, the more it benefits Aswell. Nate Richardson finished Aaron Young in the 4th.
Yeah.
He finished Andres Quintana in the 3rd. You know, and then
he went the distance with Diego.
I was going to say that might hold true with a lot of people, but not with Nate Richardson.
He went the distance with Diego, and he went the distance with Hussein. So, like, there's no slow. Now, can he withstand this pace against Michael Aswell? Aswell's pressure is different. Like, he is in your face from the get-go.
He's evolved.
And he doesn't back up. When's the last time you see Michael Aswell take a step back?
Well, the thing Aswell has kind of going for him, too, is he's got Daniel Pineda standing across from him every night in practice.
Does, man.
Taking him down, striking with him, doing all this elusive
touching
shit.
His butt. Like, you know Dano's doing that
all
shit.
All that stuff, yeah. With his mouth.
Checking his oil.
Aftermouth.
Aftermouth.
Doing aftermouth.
Cranking his tape.
No, I left some tickets at 4 ounce the other day for, I forget who it was, one of the Amis, because we got the Ami card coming up next week first.
And one fight I was looking forward to on this one that isn't going to happen now was Smotherman versus McLean. Apparently, I guess McLean's.
Yeah, but we replaced McLean.
Yeah. McLean's not going to make it. Whatever. I guess he
has some family issues.
Got injured, whatever it was.
Just like when you got to make replacements, you got to make it better.
You got to make it better.
Listen, he's got an 8-1 Ryan Coos coming in to fight him. Who Ryan Coos evidently
Coosy,
Big Coosies has the
Juicy Coosy.
We get every now and then we get these emails or messages, and
nobody wants to fight me.
Nobody wants to fight him. I can't find anybody to fight him. No one will take the fight. Well, we got guys.
Boom, here we go.
We got guys. Cameron said yes right away. Now, credit Ryan said yes right away. So that's going to be an absolute scrap on this. Hey, our co-main event on this fight as well, Justice Torres and Arian Young.
Boom, that's going to be a banger, man.
That card, 2 young studs. You've got the Cody Steele and Adam Smith card. Cody Steele's toughest fight to date. He's taken on a very much a veteran when it comes to Adam Smith, who knows how to finish and is just as big as Cody. Adam is not a small guy at all. I'm excited for this fight. Tony Toro and Joel Maddock.
That's a good one.
5-1 and 2-1. Two absolute studs. Miles Banks and Quentin Campbell's going
But Tony
down.
Toro has already established himself as he's going to be that exciting guy that pushes the pace. He don't know how to fight backwards either.
No, man.
Is
comes
Trujillo and
chunky.
Garule still going down?
Yep. It is.
Is that one still on there? 'Cause, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
on
another
there.
one I'm looking really forward to seeing, man. Two
That's
dogs.
a good fight.
Yeah, this card's insane, dude. This card, I mean,
We talk about people that don't take a step back. Neither one of those guys, man. They're always pushing forward.
This card is insane.
yeah. This is definitely like leading already for card of the year without going down.
It's just so hard to beat them every time. They just somehow fall into play, and you know why? It's because the talent just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
And the roster that we have makes it really easy for us to make an exciting card.
Man, it's
I tell you, a card that I'm excited for too is the amateur card we've built for 6'2".
Next week? Yeah.
Well, for 6'2".
Oh,
with
6'2's
with
card.
Sebastian Oyervitas coming
Yeah.
back and fighting Gage Harper.
yeah. I wonder, will Gage Harper be Indian or Party Boy? What outfit will he wear coming out this time?
You know what he should come out
banana.
to?
Did he wear a sombrero last time?
You got to come out to YMCA and just pick a different village person
He
every
should come
time.
out to the fucking Karate Kid all skeleton costume, the Cobra Kai.
The Cobra Kai?
Yeah, when they're coming from the party.
He's got to get some of his corners to dress like that too, though. to
Yeah,
come
all
out.
of them.
Yeah,
All of them.
I'll let them all come
Johnny,
out.
Bobby, get him.
I'll let them all come out.
Bobby, Johnny, get him.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
that?
fun card. And then right after that, we got 616.
I know, man. That's a good one too. We got 512. Before that,
We haven't got to 5.
I'll tell you what. 512. Justin Longoria. Just a couple matchups. Justin Longoria and Alden Correa.
Scrap.
Good little scrap. 616. Nick Piccinini and Jomar.
Jomar Pock and Nick Piccinini. Now,
Oh yeah, I saw you guys drop that one. Now
Yeah.
That's gonna be a banger, dude.
That's a scrappy fight, man. For either guy, it's a good fight for both guys. One of those dudes should end up on Contender Series.
Yeah.
I
What
think
an opportunity for Jomar.
100%. Because if we're all going to be honest, they're looking probably at Nick.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is the opportunity for Jomar to say, hey, let me steal the
He's
shine
shown
real
he has
quick.
what it takes to play that spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those fights where like opportunity is there.
And that happens a lot here.
Yeah, I mean, like when we can tell you there's guys. Look, right now, Cody Steele is fighting Adam Smith. Adam Smith, this is his opportunity to step up and stop a hype train, because
Yeah.
all the eyes from Fight Pass and the UFC, they are all watching.
Yep, Cody
Steele fight. They're all gonna watch Michael Aswell step in there in that main event, and the storyline there is, can Michael Aswell beat the veteran Nate Richardson?
Who arguably is like UFC caliber.
There is 1,000% you could put Nate Richardson against almost any 145er.
In the UFC.
Look at what Diego Lopes has done, and recall that Nate beat him.
Right.
And then when you go back and you talk about Aswell, this very well could be Aswell's last fight with us.
If he wins, this will be his last
he
fight
would
with
win
us.
the title in his hometown. The storyline is absolutely amazing. And then there's nothing left for him to prove here. And this is a guy who just 2 years ago, coaches were begging for us to give their fighters Michael Aswell. Please let me fight Aswell. Let my guy take Aswell. We'll take Aswell next. No one. It didn't
Now.
happen. No, nobody's crickets.
So
Yeah,
going
crickets
back to that formula, does he need to stop him or just win?
Needs to stop him.
I think stopping him is better, but if he
Yeah,
can
no
show
doubt.
a 5-round, it depends on the type of fight it is.
Yeah.
If it's a 5-round dog fight and he gets his hand raised, I think that is just as good as a finish. A
he
finish is always better.
If he just, not that Aswell will do this, if he just lays against
He's
the
not gonna
cage,
do that.
He's not like
He
that's
doesn't
not
know
his
how to
style.
do
That's
that.
not his style.
If it looks
And
like
Nate
our
don't know
last
how
main
to do that
event,
either.
then I doubt that gets him a call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nate doesn't know how to do that either.
This is, there's always an A side and a B side, and even in title fights.
Who's the A side and B side in this one?
Well, I think the A side is Michael Aswell, and the reason
think so?
that he is the A side is because he is the prospect, and he is the one that you and I both know. If you win, you're gone.
Right.
You win, you're gone.
I think Sean will consider Nate at this point, though.
I think he will consider Nate if Nate does what he did to Arian. If he finishes.
I think that a lot of people are thinking that Nate's gonna beat Aswell. Skill wise,
I could see that. I could see where, look, on paper, he's the better striker. He's probably faced a better competition overall.
I think Aswell's striking is very underrated.
He
showed that with
his striking. His striking is very, very underrated, but
it's just different.
I don't want to say it's basic because that would be like me being negative about his striking. It's just he's very good at what he does. He sets up with ways you really don't see the little feints and the movement that he has inside of there.
And he's got power.
He's got power. A lot of power.
He's got power.
Nate has fought on the whatever world team for kickboxing and stuff across he has faced some of the top strikers in the world. I would have to say strictly striking, technically I would give it to him.
Yeah, because he's
power,
throwing body hooks and
he's throwing everything, dude. Everything.
And push
power.
kicks
Aswell hurts everybody he touches now.
Yeah.
You know, when you go to wrestling, I'd have to give the wrestling advantage to Aswell.
Yeah, I probably would too.
You know, now here's
what about strength?
I don't know. I think I'd have to
Nate's
give it
not a big guy,
he's
but he's
not.
a muscle.
Yeah,
He's not.
He's solid,
also,
man. He's so strong.
Go back and think about the times Diego Lopez. You got Diego Lopez on his back, locked up. And Nate fought his way through there. That not only does that take strength, that takes extremely good technique. And he, while he may not have a black
keep in
belt,
mind that was Diego's first fight in the USA, I think.
Sure.
And for a probably promotion that was kind of.
I agree with all those things. That was his 20th fight too.
Need some more ice first, Diego.
Diego came to us he was a vet, you know. So you're not wrong.
He was battle tested.
I'm not trying to dump on him at all by building up, Nate. I am definitely saying though, when you look at wrestling, I give it to Aswell. Overall strength, it could be a push. I want to lean toward Aswell because I give him the power advantage, but. Man, that's just a ball of muscle. Nate's just a ball of muscle. Jiu-jitsu wise, I'm assuming Aswell, but I really don't. I don't know.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know. I mean, you got Daniel Pineda in your corner. Your jiu-jitsu is going to be solid.
Yeah.
The thing is, Daniel doesn't really corner these guys no more.
Yeah, but he stands off on the side and tries to.
Yeah, he sits behind us. He sits behind us, the cage side, and yells.
Give me a Trump open.
A troubadour.
You're fired, pal.
This is huge bottle opener.
And then, when you look at cardio, I think their cardio's a push.
Motherfucker shook this shit, handed it over.
He did for sure. So this is a very
it's been sitting right here.
This is a very, very, very close fight. When you look at it purely on paper and who's good at what, I don't think any fighter holds a distinct advantage over the other. I think the advantages is that Aswell is in his hometown. He's going to feel that crowd. He's going to hear that crowd.
But Nate's fought here plenty of times.
Yeah.
And one of the advantages to that, a lot of times that brings a lot of pressure to people.
Right.
Aswell has done that so many times. He has packed the house so many times that when he walks out, you almost can't hear anything but the crowd for Aswell. So he is so used to this high pressure, high volume
At least one voice.
situation.
One voice is
This
super loud.
son of a bitch over here. That was what he added. Just one voice.
What about AY and Justice Torres?
Oh man,
It's a tough one.
that's a tough one to pick. My heart immediately jumps out and says Justice Torres.
Yeah, same here.
Because he's over there now at 4 ounces as well, right?
AY's a dog, man.
AY is a dog.
And
He's
he
got
can
something
wrestle.
to prove coming off his last fight.
What I think though
Got a
is
chip
that
on his shoulder now.
AY's got really good wrestling, and that's where Justice has struggled. He struggled with Pena.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
And
he got frustrated, but also I don't think he had much time with Pineda at that point.
Right.
And listen, I know some of you guys are listening don't know who Daniel Pineda is. Take your time to go back and watch his fights. And
Go Google Daniel
If you
Pineda.
ever get a chance to go and train with him, go train with
If
him.
you ever get a chance to
Because
see
he
him live,
looks like a little bitch, but he's strong. but he is strong.
He looks like a little. Look, he walks with a swish,
But he's great.
but he's great.
But the dude knows how to fight.
Yeah, like
Better watch out, man. He's got family from Michoacan.
You know, when it comes to
And Dallas. He's
and when-
Dallas Cowboy.
You know, Daniel may not have the accolades that some of these other jiu-jitsu coaches have, but his jiu-jitsu for MMA is outstanding.
Yeah, Daniel's
phenomenal.
A stud, bro. Those one-arm Kimuras he pulled off?
Dude.
Come on,
so,
man.
So now
Daniel's a
you've got more time for Justice there.
Yeah.
At 4 rounds. I don't think that gives him enough time for his wrestling to catch up to Arians. Like, Arians is going to be ahead of him in the wrestling. But I think his ability to maybe get off the cage and maybe change positions and break free will be better. And as long as it's in the striking realm, Justice has a pretty good chance at winning this fight. Like, Aaron Young's got great striking as well. He's no punk.
We saw him put away Carlton Minus. I mean, that's a high hat. Like, that's a nice feather to have.
So that takes us to Cody Steele and Adam Smith.
I mean, Adam Smith just doesn't care who he fights.
I mean, he don't even need hips.
Yeah, he don't care. I mean, obviously everybody's gonna say, "Hey, Cody's gonna take this one out real quick," but I mean, it's a fight, man. You never know. And a dangerous guy is the guy who don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And Cody Steele's like showing that he's not a one-trick pony. Everybody looks at him for his grappling, but I mean, he's showing he's got hands. Yeah.
But Adam did fight Yadier, right? It was a quick one though. He got guillotined real quick.
Yeah.
He went 3 rounds. No, he got subbed by Evan Cutts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody finishes Nico Echeverry.
Right.
I think, and I'd have to ask Drew to be sure. I think Nico's only been dropped once or twice in his entire career, let alone
Lavelle Simpson
and
Corpus.
Victor.
Was that in Corpus?
And Cody. Those 3 fights.
That's the only times he's ever even been dropped to a knee. So, and I don't think he's ever really been taken down. And Cody was able to do a little bit of everything in that fight. And he met someone in that fight who Nico, when it comes to pure power and grappling, he may not have the accolades, but he can stack up and keep the fight on the feet for as long as he was able to. And Cody showed that his power, man, has not changed. Ever since we saw the big knockout in Arena Theater, he has not lost a step of that power. He is a scary person, and he doesn't say no either. He's another kid when we say, like, hey, fight X, he goes, okay, yeah. And unless he's injured or unless there's an issue, he is there to scrap.
Insert name here.
I think again, this is his fight to win.
If I look at this card, I could see at least 2-3 going to Contender Series this season.
Oh, listen, I think you've got the winner of the main event, the winner of the co-main event could go easily. Cody. Listen, if Joel Maddock defeats Tony Toro, he's 6-1.
Yeah, I think he needs a couple more though.
Kara Greenwell, I know she's not.
Some more.
Yeah, she needs some more, but it doesn't take many.
Well, her opponent's 2-1.
Yeah. Miles Banks. Listen, Miles Banks probably needs 3 victories in a row to be able to talk about contenders. Could happen this year. Garule or Trujillo, one of those two, especially if it's Garule.
Dog fight.
I mean, there's a lot of good names on this card, and then again, you got Cameron Smotherman down at the end, who probably just needs a victory.
Yeah.
UFC loves Cameron Smotherman.
Yeah, I think Cam's right. I think if Cam does what he just did to Mondo, he should be in.
I'm excited for this card. We've got some cool stuff coming up as well. We got 428. We got that 8-man sub hunter show coming up right afterwards.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a
So we got a little couple weeks break, but we're about to go on a tear.
Yeah, we're about to go back on another tear, and then we actually, for whatever reason, I don't know how we ended up doing this. We got a little break in
May.
In May, like we just ended up with one show in May, which is pretty.
Well, we got the Fight Pass Invitational though.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'm on our drive books. I'm looking through.
Cheers, Diego.
Oh, yeah, you got. Well, we've got to go to.
Y'all have fun.
We have May 12th, and then we'll be out there May 16th.
Didn't you say we were going to invite some peasants out if they wanted to come out and wait outside?
May 16th.
It's a Wednesday night.
Did you see the? Did you see the
May 15th then?
See, the UFC changed the the UFC changed the policy for tickets.
I did. I
giving
did
them 4
tickets, but just for your fight.
Yeah, you have
And
to
there will
leave
be
after.
somebody there to escort you
Escort 'em
in
out.
and escort you out. You get to watch that fight, and that's
Really?
it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I was like, damn. Okay, thanks.
What if you buy them?
If you can buy them, you can buy
I don't
them.
know, but I'm just,
wait the whole
you have to know the ticket Nazi at the Apex to get those. I don't know, man. Like it
I know.
it just seems like it's
His name's Dave.
Yeah, right. But I mean, I haven't been to the Apex, so hey, man, I'm speaking from an uninformed opinion. But it doesn't seem like an exciting place to watch fights. It's like
very cool
It's like
for
watching
Contender
fights in a
Series.
coffee shop. If you're watching on TV,
It's got a good vibe.
It does.
It's got good energy.
it's one of those you have to be there kind of things. But you can't be there for longer than the fight you go to see now.
Yeah, I think that's why.
Just go back to the arenas, man.
Contenders. It's just they do too many, and they can't. The arenas are for pay-per-views.
All right, so think about this. If each fighter gets 4, then the UFC is giving away 96 tickets for a venue that only holds 200 people.
Like 208 or something, 230 something.
And listen, they're saving money by being at the Apex, clearly.
Oh,
Of
yeah,
course, it's a
definitely.
financial move.
Clearly.
But build a bigger venue. It's not like you don't have
It's
the money.
perfect for everything else, man.
Yeah, I think it's great for what they do.
It's the Apex,
Great for Contender
these
Series.
Apex shows, and again,
Ultimate Fighter.
most UFC events are designed for TV. You're designed for that TV exposure, and it's
Right.
kind of like. Do you remember? Was it WCW that had the Florida studios?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Look
they
at
get
Combate.
panned. They get panned for being like too
yeah.
small, too
Combate,
intimate.
same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't even have a crowd, right?
No.
They're like in a small room,
Yeah, they're like in
fight.
Dave's backyard.
but they get a deal from what are they
It's
with? Prime?
different. The
I don't
difference
know.
between WCW and that venue and UFC and this venue is WCW struggled to like pack that venue. They were like pulling in tourists, like, "Hey, we got wrestling. Hulk Hogan's going to be here. You know him, right?"
Right.
And you're having to fill it with people that don't know what they're watching. UFC is coming from a different perspective. Where you got like way more people than you can hold trying to get in to watch those fights.
It's a good problem.
I want to know.
It's
when,
a great problem to
Not
have.
That's
wrong.
a great problem
Yeah.
to have.
I want to know when Fury FC is gonna have like an expo center or something like that,
An expo center?
or like a performance.
Performance,
Center.
probably never. You know how expensive that is?
No,
Probably never.
no.
Maybe if some billionaire, maybe if Donald Trump buys me, buys the,
Hey,
buys
if
the company.
I win the lotto, I'll buy
The
you out.
Fury PC, the Fury Performance Center.
Yeah.
It'll be in Eric's compound in the
back.
garage in the
Come to my
back.
house and work out.
To hang some heavy bags.
I think you've got
Give you some Howlerhead
you've got
whiskey.
a better shot of seeing like an actual like Fury venue
Okay.
than you could seeing a performance
Oh,
institute.
he just had a better shot. It doesn't mean it's going to
yeah, I
happen.
don't mean it's gonna happen. I'm just saying like
There's zero
financially.
likelihood of either, but you know.
But
Financially, when you look at
if I win the lotto, what was that Powerball? $1 billion?
Yeah.
I'll buy you out.
$1 billion, so you cash out at 9 something after
800,
taxes, probably bring home
700?
600 million.
I'll take $5 million. Done.
You want to make 4 million, you better start with 5.
Yeah, I'll take $5 million.
Okay. Done.
But I still have to run it, and you got to keep my guys their jobs.
No, everybody
hey,
stays. Everybody
I want
stays.
to raise too.
Hey, we all want raises, Powerball billionaire.
Everybody's salary times 10.
If I'm on Diego
Times two.
Fight League,
Sir,
times
sir,
two.
sir, I wanted to talk to you about a raise, sir.
Hey, my man wants to get a Porsche, man.
Nah, son. Nah,
Come on.
Yeah.
My man wants to buy a
Hey,
Porsche.
I want the triple, and you're getting me a Porsche, dog.
Easy enough.
Hey, a round of Rolexes
Yes,
for the house.
Round of Porsches, too.
Yeah, around Porsches.
Round of Porsches for that.
Oh, we go. Let's look like Mike Trent running around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like,
Louis fucking
Louis bagged out.
We're having Louis Vuitton raincoat
Oh, man.
and shit.
Over-
Rain
Over
I'll
here,
turn out.
cutting up
Fisher
purses
hat.
to make flip flops.
I feel like Diego would be one of those guys that if he had $1 billion, you would instantly like
No.
You would know.
He's
by
gonna look like-
just some of the purchases he made.
By all the
I
Asian
feel like-
women around him.
I feel like he
He'll-
dressed the same way.
Nah.
But I feel like he would
He'd be
dress
like
the
Dusty
same way.
Rhodes and Magnum TA showing up in the fur coats the day afterwards, man. That's Diego if he wins the Powerball.
Diego would have the exact same outfit on, but he'd get out with like a chinchilla coat.
There you go. There you go.
And a bunch of women.
A bunch of
The
women.
chinchilla coat with a Fury shirt underneath it.
Yeah.
Bunch of women.
But if I die, you gotta throw the phone away.
Oh yeah, I mean, hammer, sledgehammer to the phone.
You need to have Ling Ping or whatever her name is ready to go to have the
Hey,
phone.
listen, your wife done linked it up on her iCloud. She already knows.
Yeah.
She already knows
And we
what's
share
up.
a Facebook.
You want to shout out our sponsors before we get out of here?
Hey, nah. Yeah, let's give a shout out to our sponsors. First of all, thank you to Live Oak Vodka.
Yeah, man. Get well soon. We're looking forward to having him in the studio today.
Yeah,
we'll get him back. We'll get him back in here sometime soon.
Hey, in your honor, man, we're smashing down some
Live Oak Texas vodka.
We've also got OnlyFans. Make sure you go to onlyfans.com/furyfighting for exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Howlerhead whiskey. The banana's gone crazy. That's right, man. Get that monkey spirit in you with that Howlerhead whiskey. We got Sheath underwear. Make sure to get your balls settled right. I don't know if that's the right tagline for them.
I don't know if it is either, but I'm sure they appreciate it.
Did you guys see their April Fool's joke?
I did not.
They put a post up on IG, and it said they were releasing 2 seltzers.
I saw that.
Yeah, one was called. One was because I shared it on our page. One was called Apple Bottom, and the other was like something your pears. And I shared it, and people started messaging me from within our company too, messaging saying, "Hey, we got to get some of that. Can we get some?" I was like, "It's fucking April Fools."
Yeah.
And so I was messaging the Sheath account, and they were dying laughing. Like, thank y'all for sharing that. But Sheath underwear. Make sure you go to Kimura Tattoo.
They handle the balls of Derek Lewis, Conor McGregor.
They do. Those are big balls.
Yeah, huge balls. If they can handle those balls, they can handle yours, man.
Massive black balls.
Shout out sheathunderwear.com.
Make sure you go check out Ronnie Byerly over there at Kimura Tattoo Company. Get some great tattoos. And hey guys, listen, Space City Collective is the place to go for all your tennis shoes. Do people still say tennis shoes?
If you're a sneakerhead, and you're not checking out Space City Collective, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. You gotta visit Space City Collective.
Best kicks. They got collectibles. They've also got shirts, all kind of stuff out there at Space City.
They got chinchilla.
They got chinchilla. Can we spend some chinchilla shoes, all batted up like that? Am I missing anybody today?
I'm gonna chinchilla it out if I win the lotto.
I think you should just have a chinchilla.
Shout
And
out
a
to
leash.
Nuna Law Firm.
Ooh, we saying that today?
I think we.
So welcome to our newest sponsor to the group, the Nuna Law Firm.
The Danuna Law Firm. Been in the works for a while. Proud to welcome them aboard.
I'm gonna make sure I got there. It's my first time bringing them up, so I want to make sure I got their website correctly, and that's Danuna Law Firm. That's DanunaLawFirm.com. DENUNALAWFIRM.com. Danuna Law Firm. You got the DWIs. You got some criminal defense you need help with. Call them at 713-257-8889.
Hey, can we get the phone number in?
Once again, that's 713-257-8889. Save that in your phone. Danuna Law Firm, South Texas DWI and criminal defense lawyer.
713-257-8889.
That's 713-257-8889.
Diego,
Danuna
you got it?
Law Firm.
713-257-8889.
Okay, I got it.
Put it in your phone.
Put it in your phone, yo. You're gonna
That'll
need
get
it.
thrown away if you ever die.
You're gonna need
Put it in your phone because you might need it one day. You never know.
But hey, big thank you.
Do not blow.
Big thank you to all of our amazing fans who come in and listen to the show and share it. Guys, make sure you go to our YouTube channel. That's Fury FC at Garcia Promotions. You can go there on YouTube, find all the events, find your Submission Hunter Pro, find your Fury Championships, your Challenger Series. You got everything there. Make sure you go in there, check out the event, subscribe, make sure you share, and make sure you like and share the podcast, guys. Please let people know that you enjoy listening to the show because we enjoy having you guys listen to us. And
We do it for you guys.
Subscribe to UFC Fight Pass.
oh, UFC Fight Pass at UFCFightPass.com. You can catch all of your balls and bells and whistles, and you can see why Derek Lewis's balls were hot on UFC Fight
Super
Pass.
hot.
Let's do it, Wayne.
You could or you could not. Hey guys, on that note, the time for talk is over. This has been Fury Unleashed.
Caca.
And now, Houston, Texas, make some noise because the time for talk is over. It's time to unleash the Fury!